going on, guys? Got a lap here at with the Aston Martin AMR GT3. I got really close to 217 here, but didn't quite get it. There's a couple mistakes I had, and I definitely would have had it. I'll attach my setup to the video too, and I'll give you guys my my braking markers and kind of where I throttle. So coming up to the first corner, I'm going to use this braking marker on the left side, the 100-meter braking board, as my reference point. I'm going to get all the way down to first. Really want to get a good trail braking into this first corner here. Pull it in nice and tight, and then pull it out without going too much on the stripping there. That'll slow you down. I'm running a pretty low setup here, so I got to be careful to ruse. But you're going to use all the curbing on the left side. Then pull it over to the right. Be careful not to hit too much of that curbing because it will spin you out. And I use these trees right up here as kind of a reference point on where to pull it out. You want to go like right to the right of it, otherwise you will invalidate. Pull it out to the right as much as possible. And then coming down here, you're going to want to use the 100-meter board on the left, and this yellow stripping right here is your reference point. You're going to get all the way down to second gear. We're going to want to use all of this this stripping on the right here. You can pretty much float right over that. You're going to give a little bit of throttle in between these two corners, but let off pretty quickly so you can pull around the next corner pretty tight. And then here you're not going to give full throttle, probably about, I would probably say 50 to 75% until you know you can make the corner, and then about here you can start giving it full throttle. So I use the stripping coming up here on the left as my braking marker too. We're going to get all the way down to second, and as you're braking here, you want to make your way over to the right here to pull it in nice and tight. I give it a little bit of throttle here through this corner, maybe 25-50%, depending on how the speed I'm carrying. And then about right here, you can start giving full throttle. Pull it over to the right here. This is a tricky corner because you want to let off the throttle about here and start braking. Just like a quick pressure of the brake so give you a little rotation to this next corner, and then right when you hit the apex, you're going to want to get back on the throttle and pull it out wide. This next corner right here is probably one of the toughest for me because the back end always wants to come loose. But I use this right here as a braking marker. Right after that, you're going to want to give some braking pressure and then pull it in. And you're going to want, this is a momentum corner, so you're going to want to just use your momentum to get you through that first part, and then you can start throttling back on right about here. Full throttle all the way through, just pull it out as wide as you can. This next corner here, I use this yellow stripping. Right before that yellow stripping, you're going to want to start braking and making your way over to the corner as you're braking. Going to get down to third, and you can use this green stripping here, but if you run too much of it, there is a pretty big bump there that will unsettle the car. So coming to this next corner, you want to just let off the throttle like a little bit, and you should be able to get about 75-80% throttle through this corner until about here, and then you can hit 100%. This next corner here, you're going to want to brake a little bit before the rumble stripping down to third gear, and use your momentum to carry you through to the next corner. You're going to want to pull it in tight here. You can go over that stripping, just not too much because it'll unsettle the car. So right about here, you can get back on the throttle 100%, pull it out wide. This next corner, it's an early apex, so you're going to want to hit that apex as early as possible, and use this yellow stripping right here because that'll pull you through. It does have camber. You can go flat out all the way through here. Just careful not to go too much on the right because it'll invalidate your lap. Alright, this next quarter coming up here, We're going to use before this 100-meter braking board, or probably right about at it. You're going to want to start braking all the way down to first gear. You want to pull this first corner in tight, give it a little bit of throttle in between the two corners, and then pull it out here in tight and then as wide as you can. I had a pretty bad run through that little chicane there, so I definitely would have hit a 217 if I had a clean run through there. Alright guys, I hope that helped, and looking to see you on the track. Thanks.